We're down here at Straughn High School once again, and we've run across a couple of coaches and a participant on the cross country and also the track team. And I'm going to ask Coach Carter right here to introduce all three of them.
All right, yeah, we're glad you're joining in with us at the Tiger Sports Network today. We've got head coach for the cross country team, Kaleb Powell, right beside me, student athlete, Kaitlyn Bybee, and assistant coach, Tucker Reynolds.
Coach, I'm going to start with you. How about sharing something about you, your immediate family, and how you ended up here at Straughn High School?
All right, so yeah, my name's Kaleb Powell. I graduated from Pleasant Home, so I've been in the county system basically from when I started school to now. I started my career out at Florilla teaching-wise, and I wound up here about 5 years. This is my 5th year here. As far as immediate family, my wife, Abby, she teaches at Straughn Elementary. She teaches 4th grade. And then our daughter, I have a 4-year-old daughter, Scarlett. She just started pre-K this year. And then we have a son, Stetson, who's almost 2.
How long have you been at Straughn?
I've been here for 5 years.
5 years. Did you play ball at Pleasant Home?
I did. I played baseball, basketball, and football.
Did they have a track team at the time?
They did not. They brought track in and cross country in, I want to say probably maybe around, I may be wrong, but probably 2015, they brought it in several years after I left.
I'm going to jump to you and ask you exactly about your immediate family. You told me you have one on the way. I'm really excited about that. I know you are. And how you ended up here at Straughn.
So I'm a Straughn alumni. Graduated from here, and I got the opportunity to go run track and cross country at the University of Mobile. So I'm proud that this was my home school and that I'm able to come back. This is my 2nd year now at Straughn, and I'm glad to be back and pour back everything all the experience I got, the opportunities I got into these young athletes so that they can have some of, if not better, opportunities than I got. And I met my wife. She is from Pensacola. I met my wife down there, and we got little baby Shiloh on the way. So any day now.
Well,
any day now.
Oh, good.
I knew that both of you spoke at Meet the Tigers night. There was a lot of excitement around, and you explained to me that cross country is actually ran during the fall and track and field is during the spring, right?
Yeah.
So I've learned something here. And the young lady to your right, I think she does both, does she not?
She does.
And you are a senior here at Straughn? And how long have you been running track and cross country?
Well, I've been running track since 7th grade and cross country since 8th grade.
A lot of awards. You've been on the podium once or twice. You want to share with us?
Well, this recent past year in cross country, I placed 11th in state. And then for track, I podium in every event I did.
You've went to school the whole time here at Straughn?
Yes.
I think I've seen you running around the school from time to time.
Every day.
You must live close by.
I do, yes.
What is the longest distance that you've ever ran at one time?
I'd say at least 15 miles.
I made it 18 one time when I was a young man. Years ago,
What were you running from, Mark?
Life. It was a marathon was big to run. Now, you know, the Ironman and everything else, a marathon ain't much at all. Have you ever considered a marathon?
I've always wanted to do one, but I don't think I'm ready for it yet.
You're not ready. Coach, you got one?
Yeah, I got a question for Tucker. We were talking a little bit before we started interviewing, and I love the dynamic you and Kaleb bring because y'all are kind of different. Caleb's steady Eddie over here, and you seem like somebody that'll get in your face and urge you on. I've got a video I'm going to put up of Kaitlyn in the All-Star South versus North cross country meet, and you're in that video urging her on. Keep going, keep going.
This is where you have to fight now. Come on. Word, this is where you have to fight now. Come on.
I want you to speak to the fact that when you're in cross country, when you're in track, when you're running those long distances, how we talked about how you're competing against other people, but you're also competing against yourself.
Yeah. This sport is the 2 factors that I tell my athletes that they need to have for sure in this sport is their heart and their mind, because your mind will give up on you a lot quicker than your body will. And so if you can teach your body and teach your mind to not give up in those bad moments, those tough moments, because this sport's not fun.
Yeah.
And it's a punishment for most people, you know, and that's a lot of people look at this sport, it's easy, you know, it's not hard to make it to state. It seems like they always got somebody to make it to state. But I would say come and try it, because this sport is one of those things where it mentally whoops you, emotionally at times. I mean, there's been races where athletes are crying in the middle of their races, and you just encourage them in that moment because you know what they're capable of.
Yeah.
And, you know, Kaitlyn's especially had a lot of moments like that where she's had to step through that wall. And it's not just a physical wall, it's a mental wall. And so there is that physical component where you got to be in shape. In this sport, it shows if
Sure.
you did the work or not on game day, and so or race day. But mentally, you know, and that's why a lot of what I say, a lot of the guys that I've ran with in college and that were successful, they were just all around better guys because they kind of carried that with them outside of the sport as well.
Yeah.
And so, you know, one thing I had to learn was not to be a jerk, you know, but to have that edge and that chip on the shoulder and that, you know, kind of that fight in me without, you know, bringing people down and having to lift them up, which is why I'm glad I'm getting to be back and do that for them.
Good.
I got one question that all three of you please answer. With today's time with social media and the anxiety most teenagers come up with, how much of running can you remove the anxiety, the uncomfortableness in life? Do you believe it? Can you actually run it out?
Well, I'll tell you this. The one semester in college that I wasn't competing for my team, I was doing my student teaching, and my coach I did all my 4 years of eligibility. I was there an extra semester for my student teaching, but I had COVID years, and I told my coach, look, I'll still run. He was like, no, just focus on your schooling. I didn't know what to do that semester.
Right.
I'll be honest with you. Like that semester mentally, not having something to like take out that, you know, stress into, I mean, I was a little lost during that time. And then I went into my grad school for a little bit, and I told my coach, it was a new coach, I'll do this for free. Shoot, I'm here for free already. I'll just throw me in an event, I'll figure it out. So I actually finished my career in college as a hurdler and javelin thrower. Buck 19 out of high school, and then by the end I was able to be a hurdler and javelin thrower just because of that mental drive and just kind of what the sport does.
So you didn't do those events before that last
Never.
season? Okay. Kaleb, I have a question for you. You said you were here, you've been at Straughn for 5 years.
It's my 5th year.
Were you doing track the entire time? You started doing track in your first year?
Yeah, so my first year when I got here, actually, when I came, I didn't have any coaching duties.
Okay.
So for me, kind of like what he said, not having,
Right.
you know, not having something to do that semester. So when I came from Florella, I was an assistant coach basically during every season, football, basketball, and softball.
Yeah.
So when I came here, it was like cold turkey. I didn't have anything to do. And so by the spring, I actually helped that spring with my first year here. I mean, I did it for free
Yeah.
because, you know, I was looking for something to do. If I can,
Yeah.
Going back to what he said about, you know, how people say, like, you know, it's easier to make it to state. To put it into perspective of how hard it is, she said she finished 11th in the state in 4A. That was 11th out of, I think, if I'm not wrong, 140-something runners.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's a good percentage there. One more question for Kaleb on the time you've been here. Speak about the growth that cross country has had here at Straughn. And you just mentioned some people say it's easy to get to state or whatever. Our girls track team has been awesome.
Yeah,
I was keeping up with them last year for sure. Kaitlyn's was 2025. She was undefeated in cross country. I think she won every event she went to. And you've even had 1 or 2 state champions on the track side of things, I think.
Yep. So I started out as an assistant, and that's when John Evers was he was the head coach here. And just from that time until I took over 2 years ago, we've always kind of had a steady number of, like, I know my second year here, I think we had like 70 kids, 7 through 12 in track and field. And the numbers have kind of, it's leveled out some now. But yeah, I mean, Avery Smith won that 3A state championship. And then, you know, our girls have been consistently getting better each year. It's like he said, you know, what you put in, cross country and track both. You know, we can coach, we can give tips, we can do whatever, but what you put in is what you're going to get out.
That's right.
So
I got a question for you. Share with some young lady that's coming up. She's not really athletic to the point where she likes softball, basketball, or volleyball. but give her an opportunity to come out and run track and find out about herself. What's the advice you give?
I'd say that it's a very mental sport, and like it's a way to find yourself. It's a really good way to like fit in with a group of people too, and it's really good.
Have you ever found yourself running to a distance where your mind seems to leave your body?
Yes.
It scared me. I only say that because it only happened one time. I'm sure you've had it happen multiple times. What do you do to bring it back? I've got to ask. I never could accomplish it.
Well, it mainly comes back to the end of the race where everybody's screaming at you, and you just gotta like push yourself the last bit.
Put it back together.
Yeah.
What are you going to do after high school?
Well, I plan on going to Montevallo. I'm not for sure yet. And
Heard it here first.
I want
Is that verbal?
I want to get a degree in psychology.
Okay. Well,
Sorry.
y'all were speaking outside in the lobby, and you were talking about some of the opportunities as far as going on in school. Coach, is there a lot of opportunities when you run track to get an education?
Oh yeah, I mean it just depends on what school you go to. Like your smaller schools, you know, now we live in the era of NIL.
It do.
So, but like even like somewhere like Troy, you know,
Yeah.
which she's went on a visit to Troy as well. I'm gonna throw that out there.
Well, I brought that up to bring it up to this young man
Yeah.
right here. I think he took on a new responsibility with
Yeah.
Lurleen B. Wallace at LBW. You want to share with us?
Yeah, and kind of to add to a couple of those things, like opportunities for track, there's a lot of colleges, especially looking for young ladies for track. I've heard my coach from college say, I am struggling to recruit girls. And I mean, it's there because I feel like a lot of girls, especially down here, it's softball, volleyball, basketball, just like for boys, it's football, basketball, baseball. And there's so many opportunities. Like I came across so many track athletes that were football players turned track athletes. And they got the better scholarship, the better opportunity because of it. And so, you know, but also there's trackflation in the sense everybody's getting better at it. Like you've got 12-year-olds running times that some college runners never even run. But then talking about flag football, you know, just taking that responsibility over, I'm glad to be a part of something that, you know, it gives ladies a chance in this area to maybe go play college sports somewhere. That's not, you know, part of the status quo, you know, volleyball, basketball, softball.
Yeah, it's just huge opportunity.
I would
Big
encourage anybody out there when the season starts to come out and watch. I got the chance to watch 3 or 4 home games last year. Pretty exciting. Girls put forth a lot of effort. I'm sure you're going to be.
And the sport's growing across college, the whole college landscape. It's not reached a lot of the Division Ones. They just started implementing it this year. A lot of your JUCOs are going to have them, NAIA even. So the opportunities are growing for ladies to get out in this sport. A lot of high schools are now adopting flag football. Enterprise has a flag football team, and so it's things like that. I mean, there's so many opportunities for young men and women. In all these different sports, and you know we love football down in the South, and I want our football team and roll Tide, you know, to the day I die. But I also, you know, I also care about these kids, and I want to see them go places that they might not have got to go had it not been for that swim scholarship or that band scholarship or that art scholarship. And there's so many opportunities like that. And you know, it's just getting kids to open their eyes, and also parents to, in a way, open their eyes as well to those opportunities.
Yeah.
Give me your opinion of the track down 55, the new track facility here in the county.
It's
Pretty
really
impressive,
nice.
isn't it? It's hard to believe that I held a 100-yard record down there because I did it before they opened. I was the first one to do it. So. Go ahead, Coach.
Kaitlyn, let me ask you, or first just to highlight some of the stuff we've talked about. You were on the All-Star team, North-South, cross country. You finished 6th overall, second in the South Division. You were a second team All-State last year in 2025. You didn't lose a race in 2025. What else was there? The top 11 in state out of 140 something. We said all that.
Third at sectionals.
You've done third in sectionals. You had a great junior career. What are your goals for this year?
I want to try to win everything.
You want to win everything. I like that. Which would include a banner hanging on the wall, right? Yeah. So we'd love to win a state championship.
Real quickly, how young is this team that y'all going to field this year?
So I've got, so right now we have 23 runners total. I got 4 girls. I got 19 boys.
Okay.
I believe I have 2 senior boys. I have 1 freshman. I have no juniors, boys or girls. I believe I have 3 or 4 sophomores, and then the rest are 7th and 8th graders. So and I got 2 7th grade girls, and the rest are boys. So a lot of middle schoolers.
I look forward to coming to see y'all compete. Look forward to it.
Sure.
You got anything?
Yeah, we're going to wrap it up real quick. I'm going to let Kaleb, you want to speak about the team store? You
Not
have
team.
open?
We got a team store, but our team motto,
Team motto, okay.
You know, like we said, the way when he first started, when he came on last year, we kind of sat down and kind of talked a little bit about what we wanted for the team, and he has been just like I said at the Meet the Tigers. He's been a shot in the arm.
Yeah.
When I came in, I never ran track and field. I mean, I've watched it, but I never really didn't kind of understand. I've learned what I could when I was the assistant. I took it over a year by myself with Reagan Bartholomew as my assistant. She was very helpful. I appreciate her. And then when he came in, just him being able to compete at the college level and just being able, he's run the sport, he's done the sport, just to bring that wealth of knowledge in has really been a jolt in the arm for our program. And when we talk about, a little earlier before we were talking about, how, we got a group that's really bought in. Mm-hmm. So and that really kind of defines what, we sat down, the biggest thing is our culture. We got to get them to buy in. We want them to buy in. So that's kind of where the mental toughness of the aspect falls into with our team motto of finish the race. It's based off of 2 Timothy 4:7. Paul says, I fought the fight, I finished the race. So when your body and your mind tell you can't, you got to keep pushing. You got to finish the race. Just like in life.
That's right.
We want our kids to be successful on the trail, but we want them to be successful off the trail.
Yeah.
To overcome, the obstacles that are going to be thrown your way.
All these sports teach you a little bit about life.
Yep.
That's something you can take with you
That's
forever.
why we do what we do.
Yeah.
So.
That's a good way to end it. But I
That
want to
is.
say, is there a chance of flag football team down here at Straughn High School?
We'll see.
Do they play flag football in high school?
Well,
They do.
do?
Like
I don't.
you said, Enterprise has one.
That'll come down to having enough athletes to sport it and having the personnel for it. So
Well, you heard it here first.
that's right.
All right.
Network.
Well, I do appreciate y'all being
do too.
here, and
We
we've
appreciate
always
it.
said this with everybody we've interviewed. Appreciate y'all coaches for pouring your
Yes.
time, not only just pouring your time into it, but pouring your time into these kids. Kaitlyn, we appreciate you being here. We wish you the best of luck this year on the cross country trail and on the track field.
I think all the runners are in good hands.